I'd like to talk about the power of paradox. Do you know what a paradox is? I thought I did, and then it turns out I didn't know at all. It's when something can be both great and terrible. It's the best thing and the worst thing. To quote Dickens, it's the best of times and it's the worst of times. And we can tend to think of information, of people, situations in two ways. We either label them and then we say they're terrible, they're awful, or they're brilliant, they're amazing. Something's either one thing or it's the other. Yeah, it's black or white, it can't be both. But a paradox is a second way of thinking, which is that something can simultaneously be both. It's like Schrodinger's cat. Have you ever heard of Schrodinger's cat? Just trust me on this. You get an imaginary cat and you put it in a box and you can't see in the box. Is it alive or is it dead? Well, the idea is that it could be both. It could be alive or dead. It's paradoxical. We don't actually know until we open the box. It's the same thing with life. It's paradoxical. The best people and the best situations can be the worst. If you're a parent and you love your children, if anything ever happened to them, it'd be the worst day of your life. It's paradoxical. And all things can be like that. That can be really, really helpful. If you're going through something difficult or you think something's terrible, is it? Is it really? Have you just labelled it as that? Or is it also absolutely brilliant as well? It all depends on how you look at it. For me, I find it really helpful if we tend to think of things in a certain way, I hold back and say, no. This is just the way I'm looking at it. Can I look at it a bit more paradoxically? And it takes a weight off your shoulders. You're able to say, this thing's brilliant and it's terrible. Anybody who runs a business, it's a walking paradox, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. And then it's like the hardest thing ever. It's both. You as a person, you are the best and the worst. You are both. The power of paradox, the ability to say life is not just one thing or the other. It is everything in between. So if that's helpful to you, embrace the power of paradox. Be kind to yourself because we're all just trying our best. Give it a try.